What's up YouTube, how you doing? This is Mr. Tybox123 and in this video I'm going to be bringing you a dock tour on this Mac OS X Lion operating system. So many people have said, Adam, can you please do a what's in my dock video, that I kind of felt obliged to do so. It's not really something I'd normally do, but you know, we'll give it a go and see if you guys like it or not. So first of all, I'd like you to kind of notice that I have my dock really small with maximum magnification, just because I kind of like to have as much real estate as possible. Now some of you will probably go, Ad, you've got 6 screens, why the hell do you need more real estate? Well, I just like it, so there you go. Now I'm going to make this bigger because otherwise you won't be able to see what's happening. So anyway guys, let's get straight into this dock tour. So left hand side we've got Finder. Finder is simply an application that enables you to navigate the file system, copy, paste files, delete them, do what you want around the file system, create folders, all that kind of stuff. Now I'm going to kind of talk about this from a point of view of someone who might not have seen Mac before, because a lot of the guys that watch my videos are Windows users, so I'll give them a little bit of an insight as well. For those of you that obviously do use Mac, which is a lot of you, then I'm sorry to kind of go over old ground, but you know, it's only the fair thing to do really. So anyway guys, Finder, like I've said, for navigating the file system. Now I don't use Finder for the reason that I use Pathfinder. Now there is a video review of this on my channel, so if you use Mac, check this out because this application is absolutely sweet. It's so much better than the built-in Finder application. It's so much more flexible. It does a whole bunch of stuff that the built-in Finder application doesn't do. But you know, there's no point in me talking about it because I've already done a video on it. So check that video out. It is absolutely awesome. Probably the highest recommended application I could probably tell you on a Mac operating system. Next to that, we've got Launchpad. You know, kind of turns your Mac into an iPad. I don't like it. I don't see the point of it. I think it's ridiculous unless you've got a touchscreen Mac, and then who wants to hold their hand out all the time? To me, it's just a crappy thing. But there you go. You can use it if you want. It's got a load of shortcuts to your applications. What more is there to say? Next on the list, we've got Mission Control. Wicked feature, enables you to flick between desktops, show everything you've got open. Now I've got like 6 screens, as most of you know, so you know I haven't got much open on this particular screen, but over on the other side it shows all my applications broken down and I can move them to different desktops, etc, etc. Kind of just gives you more real estate on your screen without actually having any more. Then we've got the App Store. Now for those of you that have got Mac, you obviously all know what this is. For those of you who've got an iOS device, you already know what this is. For those of you that mainly only use Windows and don't have an iOS phone, for example, or an iPad, this is basically a place where you can just buy all of your applications. You know, absolutely fantastic. Makes life so much easier to just go in here, search for the app you want, buy it, download it, or get it for free in a lot of cases. Awesome. In fact, one note on that. Anyone else noticed that it absolutely runs like a dog on Lion? Let me know in the comments below what you think. Moving swiftly on, we've got Dashboard. Kind of a little place to just store a load of widgets. I don't really use it apart from the calculator, but you know, some people do. Shows you the weather, clock, blah 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 blah. You can add and remove widgets from it. You know, it's there if you want to use it. You don't have to. Next on the list, we've got Mail, built into Mac OS X again, in Lion, greatly improved over the version that was in Snow Leopard. Fantastic little mail application. I don't use it because I use Outlook. But you know, you can, it's there. If you don't want to buy Office or you don't like Microsoft or something like that, you know, you've got a mail application to use and it works pretty well. Next to that, we've got my browsers. So I've got Safari, Firefox, Opera and Google Chrome. Now I use Safari most of the time. Second to that I use Firefox. Second to that I use Opera. Second to that I use Google Chrome. Don't really like Google Chrome, but you know, sometimes I just fancy a change, so I just flick between browsers. Sometimes websites don't look right or don't work in a particular browser, so I try another one. You know, I just like to mix it up just to give myself a bit of a variation, or I just get bored using the same browser all the time. Safari, awesome. Firefox, it's alright. Opera, love Opera, but it's a bit sluggish, you know, but great browser, give it a go. Chrome, don't really like it. Then we've got iChat, an IM application built into Mac. We've got FaceTime, we've got the address book and iCal. Again, I don't really use these two very often because I tend to use Microsoft Office, but sometimes I just want to quickly pull up a calendar and flick through it. and in that case I use iCal. Sometimes as well I do use the address book if I'm searching for something and I just want it to be quick. So you've got those two. You've got Preview, which kind of does what it says on the tin, previews every file under the sun, PDFs, JPEGs, you know, all that kind of stuff, just gives you a quick preview of it when you double click it in Finder. Then we've got iTunes. I'm running the beta of iTunes because I needed it because I'm running iOS 5 on my iPhone. I bloody hate iTunes. It's such a sluggish, crappy looking application. I wish they'd do something about it. It's amazing how they can make OS 10 so fantastic, how they can make such fantastic hardware, but they can't build iTunes for shit. Anyway, Photo Booth. Photo Booth really is just for taking pictures of yourself, making yourself look like an idiot. You can see me here in my stylish Harry Potter 3D glasses with some birds going around my head. You know, just taking the piss out of myself. You can do this quite a lot with this app. It's a fair amount of fun. And there you go. Next to Photo Booth, we've got iPhoto. iPhoto stores all of your photos, links nicely into iTunes. I don't like the fact that you can't get raw access to the files themselves, but other than that, it's a really nice way of managing your photos. iMovie, awesome application, absolutely superb. Obviously comes with iLife, which comes free with every new Mac. I can't say enough about iMovie. If you just want to do basic video editing, it's absolutely superb. I used it for ages. You know, it took me months to get to the point where the features and functionality weren't built into iMovie, but brilliant application. GarageBand, so much fun with GarageBand. For those of you that watched my time-lapse video, the music in that I made with GarageBand, and I'm no musician. Just a brilliant amount of fun. You know, if you haven't used it before, click it, get in there and have a play around, because you can have a lot of fun with that for hours on end. Time Machine for backing up your Mac, pretty boring. System Preferences, kind of like Control Panel, where you can do all of your preferences for the operating system. And then we get into the Adobe stuff. So Adobe Photoshop, pretty much the most complicated application in the world. I can probably use about 0.0001% of it, but you know, that bit that I do use, I do really need. So, you know, ridiculously good application. For those people that do know how to use it, you know, it must be awesome. Adobe Premiere Pro is a video editing application. I tend to now flip between that and Final Cut Pro 10 just to mix it up a little bit. I really like Adobe Premiere Pro, but it really is pro. It took me weeks to work out how to use this. But it does give you a couple of little extras that I prefer over and above Final Cut Pro 10. So for certain kinds of videos, I just go back into Adobe Premiere and use that. Parallels lets you run pretty much any other flavour of operating system within your Mac operating system. So you can run, you know, Linux, you can run Windows, you can run Google Chrome operating system, all that stuff, just in a little window running on Windows. Plus you've got the coherent stuff as well. For those of you who don't know what that is, again, got a video of that on the channel, so I'm not going to waffle you to death about it. Check that out, search my videos, search for Parallels, and it's an awesome application, absolutely awesome. I couldn't live without it. And then we get into the Office applications. So we've got PowerPoint, Outlook, Word and Excel. Pretty much everyone's got to know what they do. I love the Office suite, I think it's awesome. I much prefer it over and above iWork. I just love the Office suite. Outlook is awesome. You know, most of the docs and stuff that I get sent around for work are either like PowerPoint, Word or Excel, so it kind of makes sense for me to use it. Thanks to Shane as well for telling me to spell out PAL there. Nice little geeky thing to do. Then we're into Microsoft Messenger, an IM application. You know, everyone knows what that is. And then we're into Cord. Now, what Cord is it enables you to connect to Windows computers remotely using the RDP protocol. So, you know, you can go in and, you know, help people out with their systems, or you can manage a whole load of external computers with it. I have a lot of customers that I need to connect to using that, so love Cord. And again, there's a video for that on my channel, so if you want to look up more detail about that, check out the video. Activity Monitor, as you can see, I have it open all the time, showing my network usage, you know, all the different kind of bits about the resources on the operating system. Brilliant little app, inbuilt into Mac OS X, just search for it. And And then we've got FileZilla, which is an FTP client, enables you to upload and download files using FTP. Brilliant little app, completely free. Then we've got Final Cut Pro 10. I love Final Cut Pro 10. I think it's absolutely awesome. It's basically the same as iMovie with a whole load more advanced features. That's the way I look at it. I can understand why the pros don't like it, because it kind of is simplified, especially when you compare it to the old version or to Adobe Premiere. But for me, who's pretty much clueless with apps, Final Cut Pro 10, brilliant, and for like 180 quid or whatever it was, absolutely superb. Definitely recommend that. One thing I will say though is, if you're new to this, don't just go out and buy Final Cut Pro. Use iMovie for ages until you find a piece of functionality or a feature that's not available, and then head over to Final Cut Pro. Because once you've mastered iMovie, the transition to Final Cut Pro is really simple. And loads of people have done videos on Final Cut Pro as well now. So if you ever need to learn anything, do a search for them and away you go. GoToMeeting. I use this for all of my online collaboration and face-to-face meetings. Brilliant tool from Citrix. Gives you the ability to do collaborative work, to do face-to-face meetings, voice over IP, all that kind of stuff, and is subscription based. I think it works out about $50 a month. Absolutely fantastic. And I use that when you watch my live streams and there's like 2, 3, 4, 5 of us. I use GoToMeeting to conference us all in, and then we use Livestream to push it out to you guys. ScreenFlow, what I'm using now for this, awesome for recording your desktop. Brilliant application, cheap, can't complain. Livestream Procaster, again, like I just said, that's what I use for pushing out the video to you guys when we're doing live streams. Head over to livestream.com and have a look at that if you want to set up your own. And then we get into my Twitter clients. So, Twitterrific, TweetDeck, and the main Twitter application. Now you can see I've got all three open. Now, the reason I've got all three open is because there's a bit of functionality in each one that I like that the other ones don't have. So, yeah, I could stretch TweetDeck out and I could do it all in that. I could flick between different tabs in the Twitter app and I could do that. But the way I do it is I have TweetDeck I have on my mentions because I think it's really quick and easy to reply. I have the main Twitter one on my main timeline because I think it's the easiest one to read. And then I have Twitterrific just because I'm testing it out, really, to be honest. I usually have it on my messages, and that's the way I have it going on. My favourite one is the main Twitter one, TweetDeck next, and then Twitterrific after that. And then we've got the brilliant VLC media player, plays pretty much any kind of movie under the sun, completely free and totally awesome. Then we've got my applications folder, where I can very easily get access to my applications. Again, making that stupid launchpad even less required. But anyway, guys, that's my What's in My Dock version 1. I hope you like this video. Please, everyone, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you do like. Let me know what you don't like. Let me know what you think about my application list. If there's any I could add, or whatever. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you all in the next video. See ya.